Hey, what's up, buddy, YouTuber? It's me again. And yeah, the time has come. It's about fucking time, guys. I've been waiting to do this for a long time since it first was announced. And that is this. I am gonna review the brand new Rings of Saturn's new album, Ultu Ulla. And I gotta say, this was a completely different album from Lego Cayenne. Ultu Ulla is a completely different album. As you guys can see, here's what it looks like in the front. Here's what it looks like in the back. And here's what it looks like inside the album. As you guys can see, there's Ian Bayer, Lucas Mann, Miles Dimitri Baker, and Arion Stechana, the drummer of the band. So, yep, it has all the members of the band, plus here's the CD for the brand new album. And what do I have to say about Rings of Saturn's new album? Is this. It was incredible! This was so much better than Lego Cayenne. I gotta say that. This was so much better than Lego Cayenne. I have Lego Cayenne on vinyl and CD. Same thing, I'm going to be getting the vinyl for this very soon, actually. So, looking forward to that, too. So, yeah. Speaking about this album, this was actually a way better album than Lego Cayenne and Danger. Not as good as Embryonic Anomaly. But yeah, this was actually a very good album. I absolutely loved listening to this album. The song in the this one, the very last one right here. I'm trying not to butcher the name. Like right over here, the very last one right there. Inadequate. Yeah, that's what it's called. That is actually my favorite song on this entire album. I fucking loved it. I feel like Rings of Saturn went a lot more deathcore on this album than they did on their previous albums. On the previous albums, they went to technical death metal. This, they went full on deathcore. And I fucking loved it. I'm glad they actually changed their pace around. From going from a technical death metal band to now a full on deathcore band. Which I actually prefer a lot more, to tell you the truth. The song Servant of the Sentence, I love how every song on this album started out. Even the instrumental on this album. I think the instrumental was hardest, I think. I don't know exactly for sure. Like, I just listened to this album like a few days ago. I was going to listen to it again today, but I rather do the review on the album instead. So, yeah. I gotta say, I love this record a lot. I love the album cover, actually, though, for the new record, too, actually. For some reason, like, I like the other previous album covers because they had, like, aliens and stuff on it. I love this one, but I felt like Lego Cayenne and Danger and Embryonic Anomaly showed more that alien type of stuff. Like, this does, too, but it doesn't have, like, any fights or wars going on. It looks like another alternate dimension, actually, to tell you the truth. But I still love it no matter what. But the cool thing is this. Hold on, let me show you guys this. How can I forget about showing you guys this? When you take the sleeve out of the album, it comes, with all the lyrics for all the songs, obviously. And then it comes with a little surprise. You want to see what the surprise is? Bam! A full-blown picture of the whole album cover for Lego, not for Lego, what the hell am I saying? For Ultu Ulla. Oh, Unhallowed was the instrumental. Okay, I see it right over here. Alright, good. And the Macaromium is instrumental as well, guys. So yeah. This is awesome if you guys actually want to see it. And also, look at this. They also wrote something here. I didn't even read this. It says this. Lucas wrote, "I thank my family, my friends, my business associates, and all my fans for all the support they have shown me from the time I created Rings of Saturn until now." That was nice. Ian wrote, "Thank you. Thanks to our fans that make us all this possible. You're all badass. Thanks to my mom and the rest of my family for supporting my decision of wanting to scream at microphones for a living since I was been 15. And thank you all of my friends that pushed me into pursuing the wild dream and for keeping me sane during the writing process. Above all, thank you to all. Thank you to the alien overlords for bestowing these wondrous powers upon us." That's nice. That's cool. That was pretty. That was pretty cool. That was awesome. So yeah. So overall, I give this album like an 8 out of 10. That's definitely what I'll give this album, an 8 out of 10. Out of everything out of this new Rings of Saturn's album. Like, I've been waiting such a long time to review this album and actually even to talk about it, because as a diehard fan of Rings of Saturn, I've been like wanting to hear the new album for a long time. I remember when Le Gold Cayenne just came out. That was 2014, and that was 2017. It's been like, wow, 3 years since Rings of Saturn has made a new album. And I'm so happy that they actually made a new album. It's about time, because on YouTube they had a new song out actually that was called Inadequate Live, and they said, oh, in the video, like, oh, this is a song from our new upcoming record. And I was like, what? So you tell me Rings is making another record? I was like, and then this is what the outcome of the record was, which I'm so happy I was able to listen to it. If you guys know, in my Summer Slaughter video, I said I got this record at Summer Slaughter, and yes, I did. I got it at Summer Slaughter. Wow. Let me give you a look again of the back, and that's the front, the back, and then I'll just give you a look on the side too. And also, now let's not forget, this is Rings of Saturn's first album ever that they were like made with Nuclear Blast Records, since they were signed to Nuclear Blast, and that's so cool. Like, I remember everyone online and everyone talking about it on Facebook and everything, and everyone on YouTube even saying that, oh, Rings of Saturn has now been signed to Nuclear Blast Records, and that's a huge deal. Nuclear Blast is a huge record company. They made like a lot of my favorite metal bands from that record company. Like, I gotta say, like Immolation. Immolation was actually from Nuclear Blast, and it's pretty cool to know that Rings of Saturn is working with the same record company like Immolation. And yeah, I'm very, very happy to actually have this album in my hands. So happy that I actually do. I feel so good about it, by the way, actually. This record was absolutely a passion to listen to. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And not just that, guys. Not just that. This album is so different from their past albums. Like, all the sounds. I'm like, wow, I can't believe Rings actually went that way. They sounded so different in this record than they ever had in any of their previous records. And I'm very happy. They sounded more deathcore, which I absolutely love deathcore. And I'm glad they actually went a different direction in this album than they did in their previous records. So yeah, very happy about that. And so if you guys haven't listened to Rings of Saturn's new album, Ultu Ulla, please go and listen to it. You'll love it. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's definitely worth your time. As a diehard Rings of Saturn fan, since the very beginning, I really highly suggest you guys go and get this album and listen to it. Because if you guys didn't know, you probably do. Probably don't. I don't know if you do. I've been listening to Rings of Saturn since Sorry, I'm getting confused. Oh my god, so sorry. Okay, where was I? Oh yes, I've been listening to Rings of Saturn ever since Embryonic Anomaly and Danger were the only two records out. Those were the only things that Rings of Saturn has ever made. They never said anything about a new record yet. There was no such thing as Le Gold Cayenne yet. There was no such thing as Ultu Ulla. There was nothing like that yet. All there was just Embryonic Anomaly and Danger. Those were the only type of Rings of Saturn albums that even existed. And then I actually had a chance back then in 2014 to actually see Rings of Saturn live for my very first concert I've ever been to. My very first concert ever was actually Rings of Saturn live. Very first show I've ever seen was actually going to see Rings of Saturn live, and I loved it. And that's when Joe Omens was still in the band. That is how old that I've been listening to Rings of Saturn for ever since like Joe Omens left the band then after, and even like I just remember when Joe left the band actually a while ago. That was a long time ago actually. I remember just seeing the message on Facebook a long time ago, and then actually on and then I still remember actually seeing Joe Omens live like twice. Like when I first saw him like the first show I went to actually for to see Rings, he was the guitarist there. Then the second time I went to see Rings, he was the guitarist there. Like I actually went to see Rings the second time when their new album Le Go Cayenne just launched, and then I saw him a third time with the Faceless actually at Webster Hall. That was a great show. It was raining that night, but it was a phenomenal show anyway. Then the fourth time was just last week when I went to see them at Summer Slaughter. So yeah, so I've seen Rings of Sound like 4 times already. That's crazy. I've seen Rings like 4 times. They never get old. I will love seeing them no matter what. I love going to see them live, and it's such an experience to actually go see them live. They're way better live than they are on their albums. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Rings of Saturn's Ultu Ulla album. I give this album an 8 out of 10. Not as good as Embryonic Anomaly, but it's 8 out of 10. This is a really good album. I really highly suggest you guys going to buy this album and listening to this album. It's totally worth your time and worth buying. So overall, guys, keep it metal, keep it brutal, keep it awesome. Hope to see you guys all soon in my next video. Have a fantastic, great rest of your day. And remember, always keep it metal. And good. Bye. And see you guys all soon. Bye-bye.